Chapter 6, Risky Business. When you finish up at the office the day after your shootout with Casey, you're buzzing with energy. You're eager to get started in improving his image, and you plan to do so tonight at Rusty's Sports Bar. After that suspension, Casey needs to win those fans over, along with management. I'll have him make a few jokes, buy the fans a few rounds of drinks, make sure he doesn't punch anyone, and I'll get it all on tape. As if you summon him, your phone vibrates, lighting up with a message from the devil himself. So, we still on for Rusty's tonight? Hoping I'll cancel? It crossed my mind. No chance, baby. But I gave you my word I'll be there, even if it's a, mission. Don't sweat it. It's gonna be great. We'll see. Anything I should know before we go? Just make sure they don't have a reason to burn me at the stake. Wear Blade's colors if you value your life. Gives a new meaning to the meaning ride or die, doesn't it? You lower your phone, chewing on your lower lip as the thoughts of riding Casey fill your mind. I've got to slow my roll. Tonight is strictly about work and improving his image. But even as you think of the words, you feel his lingering heat of his lips on yours. Just because he kisses like a champ doesn't mean I can't also do my job. Glance at the clock and hurry out, knowing you're cutting it close, but Adesh stops you on your way out. You're going to Rusty's on game night dressed like that. Listen, the people at Rusty's are not normal. They're fanatics. Casey mentioned that. I don't want to hurt his chances at winning them over. Everything rides on their approval. And Casey's approval of me, but Adesh doesn't need to know that. Lucky for you, the publicity department just sent over a new wardrobe. It's not anything too obvious, clearly you're an impartial reporter, but showing up in Blade's colors will go a long way. So basically just wear black and a red jacket. You'll be fine, clearly. If I'm going to the headquarters of Blades Nation, I'm going all out. Adesh helps you with your outfit. You check out your look in the mirror, making a few final touches before it's time to go. Something tells me Casey's going to appreciate the effort. Who knows, he might even crack a smile in public. Now, that would be a newsflash. You scamper off, puck drop is fast approaching, and you've got a date. When you arrive, Casey's waiting outside. You ignore the hard cut of his physique and his jeans, the heat pooling low in your belly. Who could have guessed you're a punctual date? Be still, my heart. Don't get a big head about it. I don't like people waiting on me. As he watches you approach, he looks you up and down, his eyes lingering in all the right places. As always, the intensity of his gaze sends hot sparks shooting through your veins. Nice colors, I see you took my advice. Even though he didn't, apparently. There's a look of genuine appreciation in his eyes for your body, and maybe for the gesture too. It's game night, baby. Gotta show our support. You mean where I ought to be right now? You are where you need to be. Tonight's about generating positive social media. I got myself suspended, remember? If the Blades lose tonight, the fans will blame me. Don't worry, Casey. Everyone's gonna love you. The fans might be a little angry at first, but you'll win them over. You've convinced me you're not just a hot-headed a-hole. Oh, somehow I don't think my strategy for you is gonna work on them. Don't overthink it. Everyone in there has loved one who's concerned about their hockey obsession. These are your people. When they eat me alive, I'm sacrificing you as an appetizer. Grab the grumbling Casey by the wrist and drag him towards the bar entrance. As you enter the bar, you take out your phone to record Casey's welcome, but there is no welcome. The moment he steps through the door, conversations die down, heads turn, and suspicious gazes skewer you both. Well, well, well. Look who's here. The hothead himself. Beside you, Casey's body tenses up. You knew his temper would be tested tonight. Stay cool, Casey. Couldn't hold it together for one game, could ya? Just had to get yourself suspended. If you don't defuse the situation fast, this night might end up in before it even starts. Ground Casey with a touch. You lay a hand on his bulging bicep. He glances over at you, the muscle slowly relaxing. Give it time. We just got here. You raise your voice to the crowd, cajoling them. If Casey can't be on the ice, what's a better place than Rusty's with the most die-hard Blade fans in Seattle, right? You elbow Casey in the ribs, and he grinds out a single unconvincing syllable. Right. As you approach a pair of empty seats at the bar, one of them is quickly occupied by a jacket. This one's taken, Jameson. The bar patron looks over your colorful Blades attire and nods at the single available seat. But we always got room for a true fan. Sit, Clark, I'll stand. A middle-aged woman behind the bar arrows a sharp look at the self-appointed guardian of seats. Bobby, make room for them both. We treat Blades players with respect in this bar, even if they're bona fide dumbasses. But Rusty... The only but I want to hear is your butt sliding over. Bobby sulkily moves over, leaving room for both of you and Casey to sit. Appreciate it, Rusty. Don't appreciate nothing. I'm still pissed off about the suspension, Jameson. Tonight you pay for your beer. Rusty's rapt attention slides to you, and her eyes gleam as she takes in your clothing loyal to your team. A little team spirit goes a long way with the crowd. Good call, considering they're ready to smack Casey upside the noggin. We're gonna do our best to prevent that. Aren't you on TV? What are you doing here with him? I'm just Ava, the new sideline reporter. Remember the name, Rusty. Ava will be anchoring the whole damn show before we know it. Before you can respond, you hear familiar strains of the show's intro music coming from the TV over the bar. Welcome back to our special game night edition of Off the Ice. Tonight, Casey Jameson won't be joining his team, Rocky. How do you think that the Blades will fare without their guiding star? Chaz, I gotta say, it looks grim. Jameson's the Blades' leading scorer. His passion and intensity fuel the whole team. I guess we'll find out tonight. Final predictions before the face-off? Hurts me to say, but the Blades will lose this one 4-0. The show cuts to a commercial break when you turn to Casey. He's glaring at the screen with his jaw clenched. Damn, his own team isn't even believed in. Those jackasses picked my team to lose. Casey, just ignore them. Chaz and Rocky don't know your teammates like you do. Kells, Lebrowski, and the rest of them, they're not gonna let you down. And you probably don't want to think about it, but you know, Brent's gonna give it his all tonight. You're right, I don't want to think about it. You slide a beer in his direction and his eyes crinkle at the corners as he sips. Good, he's finally loosening up a little. That's not always a good thing. On screen, the players circle the ice a few times, and Coach Roaz shouts encouragement from the bench to fire them up. As the referee prepares for the face-off, Kells looks straight in the sideline camera and thumps her chest with her fist. This one's for you, Casey. The fans in the bar cheer, and one of them claps Casey on the shoulder. Casey lifts his beer, toasting in the direction of the TV. You're a real one, Kells. But his smile fades on the TV. He watches Brent take his place at center ice for the face-off. Distract him by squeezing his thigh under the bar. With a furtive glance around to make sure no one sees, you slide your hand to the side until it rests atop his denim-clad leg. Giving your eyes fixed on the TV, you give his thigh a reassuring squeeze. You whisper to him out of the corner of your mouth. So far, so good. Keep it up. When you move to withdraw your touch, his hand claps over yours, trapping your palm against his muscled thigh. His thumb strokes the back of your hand, and you feel it everywhere. His voice takes on a devilish tone. So far, so good. Keep it up. And that's an early goal from Brent Lowell, giving the Blades a 1-0 lead. Yeah! On TV, Brent's circling the ice in celebration and collecting hugs and fist bumps from the whole team. Nice work, Lowell. Way to start us off. You glance at Casey's souring expression and scan the bar for a new distraction. In the corner, you spot an old air hockey table. What do you say, Jameson? Brave enough to take me on? Again. You take Casey's hand and carve a path through the crowd to the table. You're just trying to distract me from the game. Is it working? He sits on the corner of the air hockey table, his jeans stretching tight over his thighs. Depends, name the stakes. Loser buys drinks for the rest of the night. His eyes skim the contours of your body and a smirk tugs at his lips. We could do that, but what if we sweeten the pot? The dark, suggestive quality of his voice makes you weak in the knees. How sweet. You've got that look in your eye. Guilty. He stands, puts his hands on your waist, and turns you away from him, pointing you towards a small, unmarked door in the bar's back corner. See that closet over there? We duck in there for 7 minutes. Whoever loses the game has to do whatever the other wants. He lowers his head to whisper in your ears, breath caressing your neck. Your skin ripples with goosebumps. Fair warning, Clark. There are a lot of things I want to do. Don't tempt me. We're here for work. I thought you were a hustler. If you win, you could use 7 minutes in heaven to get a juicy quote. If we go in that closet, Jameson, I have no intention of just talking to you. Good. Me either. All you have to do is imagine his body pressed up against yours in the dark, and you know he has you. You're tempted. I'm no coward, but just so you know, your ass is mine. Casey heads at the opposite side of the air hockey table and sends a paddle coasting in your direction. That's what I'm hoping, Clark. Let's see what you got. He gives you a hungry look that makes your pulse race. You imagine all the things you do to him in that closet or have him do to you. Something tells me I'm gonna win this bet either way. The game starts out slow, but the volleys quickly increase in speed and intensity until you're smacking the puck back and forth across the table. He draws first blood, catching you off guard and slamming the puck into your goal. Lucky shot. Keep telling yourself that. It's all skill. If I'm gonna have any chance of winning this game, I need a strategy. I should match his technique, keep him on his toes. You focus on defending your goal, deflecting his shots, and waiting for your opening. It isn't long before a ringing shot pulls Casey off balance, leaving you just enough room to squeak in a goal. Yes! As the game continues, Casey hones his focus, matching you goal for goal. I've got to find a way to break his focus. Hey, Casey. I'm gonna end up on top tonight. I'm in my element, and when I win, you're gonna have to bow down. He unflinchingly meets your gaze with a spark in his eye, sends a puck ringing into your goal. Damn, I really thought that might get you going. Thinking about you being on top drives me to play harder, Clark. It's a good man right there. He takes a swig of his beer, holding your gaze as he tips the bottle. I have no intention of letting you boss me around in that closet. I have my own ideas. You can't look away from the taut tendons of his neck and the way his throat works as he swallows. The air between you vibrates with tension. Win or lose, I need this game to be over fast. After a few rounds, you're nearly tied. Casey motions towards a flickering scoreboard. Close game. Remember what you're fighting for, Clark. He tips his head towards the closet door and gives you a heated look. Oh, I haven't forgotten what's on the line. There's the thought of him at your mercy is enough to send all the blood in your body rushing south. But surrendering to Casey wishes sounds pretty damn hot, too. Let's finish this. The puck's in your corner. You scan the table considering how you want to play this last point. Challenge him directly. Impress him with a trick shot. Let Casey win control over you. Impress him with a trick shot. You dust off your college geometry knowledge and bank a shot off the side. The puck bounces from one side to the other, picking up a backspin on its last bounce and rocketing into the goal. Casey's comeback is swift and merciless. By the time he scores the final point, you're heaving from the effort of going up against him. You didn't beat Casey at air hockey, so we'd have to win all 3 points in order to win. Guess it wasn't my night. Oh, I'll make sure it's your night. The smoky heat of his voice sinks into you. His eyes flash with delicious intent. The implications slide under your skin, smolder in your bones, kindle a fire in your belly. I won the game, and that means you're mine. Is it really a loss, though? I'm just saying. Ladies, let me know in the comments. He claims your wrist, and with a quick check over his shoulder to make sure no one's watching, pulls you inside the closet and shuts the door. This is actually bigger than a closet. Casey positions you in the light and a naughty smirk curving his lips. I've waited too long for him to get a chance to see you. Loose the shirt, Clark. The words send a hot shiver of anticipation down your spine. The dark look in his eyes lets you know he's got plans for you. And I can't wait to find out what they are. Of course, Captain. I'm yours tonight, after all. You want to feel his heated gaze on your body and his hands. You gather your shirt by the hem and whip it over your head, flinging it to the floor. He blinks, startled by your swiftness. You're not gonna let me enjoy this, are you? Would you rather me put it back on? Hell no. His eyes blaze a long, meandering trail down your bared skin. You feel his gaze like a caress. Everywhere his eyes linger, you shiver with longing. Finally, his eyes lift back to yours. You are perfect. You ache with wanting. The gleam in his eyes goes from naughty to downright devious. But before I touch, let's see a little dance. A body like yours, I need to see it in motion. You're making some bold demands, Jameson. Why not? You lift your arms overhead and sway your hips in a slow, undulating rhythm. At first, you hold his gaze, defiant and bold, but as you trail a hand down your body, his eyes follow its path. This is why I don't lose. You literally already lost the last chapter to us. You dance closer to him, erasing the empty space, 1 inch at a time, until your bared chest grazes his. Clark. The way he's looking at you, as if he could devour you with his gaze alone. If he doesn't make a move soon, I'm gonna die of wanting. But just when you think you can't possibly take another moment, that's enough. He takes you by the waist and pulls you against him, sweeping you into a passionate kiss. Casey. The closet door rattles on its hinges as he backs you into it. You clutch onto him in a frenzied struggle to get closer and kiss deeper. He takes your ass in both hands and pulls your body flush with his. You rock your hips against him, grinding against the heat of his body. White-hot pleasure streaks through you. I can't get enough of your hands on my body. He gives you a sexy growl and slides his hands up your arms and down your chest. He takes your breasts in his hands, cupping the soft swells through the silky cups of your bra. You bite your lip as he thumbs your nipples to aching peaks. There's an exquisite pang of relief at his touch, but it's quickly replaced by more wanting, a deeper need. He pulls you into another intoxicating kiss, swallowing the moan of pleasure that eases from your throat. When you finally break apart from air, you're more turned on than you've ever been in your life, and it's still not enough. You want to feel him everywhere, all at once, in every possible way, on you, under you, surrounding you. Casey, I want you, Ava. His mouth claims yours again, but before you completely lose yourself and start clawing away every shred of clothing between you, someone's at the door. Shh. Casey puts his fingers to your lips and you wait, heart pounding as you try to control your breathing. You stare into his eyes, certain you're about to be caught, until finally the footsteps recede. Looks like we made it through. He releases you, and you exhale shakily as you untangle yourself from his arms. Casey smirks as you tame your musk hair. Casey, I wasn't done with you. I know I should keep my distance, but God. Don't worry. I don't want you to. Your gaze meet and the air crackles with electricity as thumbs graze your skin where they rest on your hips. You drag his bottom lip in your mouth, tasting him one last time before you have to pull away. Unfortunately, I think our time is up. Hopefully not for good. You peel his hands from your body, trying to ignore the hungry way he watches you. We should go back out there carefully. Who's the captain barking orders now? You shoot him the finger, pulling yourself back together as best as you can. Do I look presentable? Are my clothes straight? Clark, I'm too busy picturing you naked. I couldn't tell you a thing about your clothes. Jameson, you are shameless. You step out of the closet, one at a time, hoping no one notices. Fortunately, all eyes are still in the game. You start making your way back to the bar where Rusty has kept your seats reserved for you. Finally, you're back. The second period has just ended. Blades are on top 2-1. Kinsey had a great goal. On the TV screen, third person starts. A roar from the crowd lets you know the Blades have scored again, thanks to Brent freaking Lau. Casey applauds stiffly. Even though you can tell it's eating him up inside, you lean in and whisper. Blades are ahead. The crowd is happy. This is the perfect time to strike. You ease your phone from the pocket to capture some footage. Casey groans. Come on, this would be an opportune moment to buy the bar around and make a speech. Really win them over. His gaze slides down your body, turning your blood to lava. I'd rather take you home and win you over, but fine. Casey smirks with a scandalized expression, but he dutifully lifts his beer, climbs to his feet, towering over the rest of the bar. You pull up your studio's news live stream and hit record. Listen up, I'm making you all a promise. Get down from there, you're blocking the screen. Expect Casey to bristle at this, but he just looks at you, as if for a lifeline. What do I say? Promise them you won't let your fans down again. I just wanted to say, it should have been me out there tonight winning this game for you. Yeah, so why'd you get your ass suspended? Casey drills the heckler with a vicious glare and you cringe, bracing for the worst. Casey, don't let the jackass get to you. You can tell it's not easy, but somehow Casey masters his anger and turns to the crowd. I'm gonna do what it takes to be the star you deserve. That the Blades deserve. No more fights. From your side of your phone, you watch a flurry of applause emojis on the live stream. You flash Casey a thumbs up. Nice save, Jameson. So, here's to the Blades, the city of Seattle, the fans, and hell, here's to Brent Lau. Yeah! When Casey climbs down from the bar stool, Bobby and his friends swarm him for selfies. You catch it all on the live stream, grinning to yourself. Just an hour ago, everyone was against him. You glance back at the TV to see the game's almost over. The last 2 seconds tick off the game clock. Blades win! Ah, get wrecked, TV anchors who predicted against them. The bar erupts into cheers, drowning out the sound of the game. Still, you glance up at Adish interviewing Coach Roaz. That also should be you up there interviewing him, but I digress. We have to babysit Jameson. 2 more games on Casey's suspension means he'll return by the end of the week. You must be looking forward to it. It'll be great to have Casey back, but the Blades will be trying something new. Hey, coach is talking. Rusty, crank up the volume. A hush falls over the bar. Casey looked up at the TV screen, eyes hard and jaw tensed. Brent Lau will be taking Casey's place as first-line center. Dread fills your stomach as you glance at Casey, noting the way his hand tightens around the edge of the bar. Better kick that plan of yours in overdrive, Ava. Sounds like we've got competition. That really sucks. Also, very short chapter. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description. Plenty of things to check out there, ways to support, and the like. And also remember there is the join and thanks features on the channel. Besides that, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Yeah, no. Here's hoping that her plan works. The only way for this to work is literally, and this is what my prediction for what's going to happen, is, you know, she'll kickstart her plan And either one of two things will happen. Either Brent will become injured because he is the main center now, right? Or Casey will have to make nice with Brent, go back on as a player who takes Brent's position, right? Not as the center. He'll have to work really hard and not get in a fight with Brent, perhaps bury the axe and do this for the team as well as the fans and everything he just said, and not get in any fights and win back his position through old faithful determination, hard work, and hammering at your craft. One of those two things will happen. That's just my prediction. So let me know yours down in the comment section. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Love your beautiful faces. Catch you all later. Peace out.